Have you ever noticed that some people insult you even when you did absolutely nothing to them? No argument, no conflict, yet somehow they still attack your confidence, disrespect your energy, or try to make you feel small. The truth is, most insults are not about you at all. They're psychological projections of insecurity, jealousy, and emotional weakness. In this video, you'll discover the hidden reasons toxic people insult others, and why your calmness secretly threatens them more than you realize. Some people walk into your life already carrying anger inside them, and without warning, they project that anger onto you. Sometimes it happens at work, sometimes online, sometimes inside friendships, relationships, or even family. You stay respectful, you mind your business, you avoid drama. Yet somehow certain people still feel the need to insult you, mock you, or throw passive-aggressive comments your way. Why? Because toxic people often attack what they secretly feel threatened by. And once you understand the psychology behind this behavior, you stop taking their insults personally. Today you'll learn the real reasons toxic people disrespect others, and why emotionally strong people never let those insults control their peace. Most people assume insults come from confidence, but psychologically many insults come from insecurity. People who feel powerless internally often try to create superiority externally. So they criticize others, mock others, humiliate others, because making someone else feel small temporarily distracts them from their own emotional pain. This is called psychological projection. Instead of dealing with their insecurity directly, they project negativity onto someone else. That's why deeply unhappy people often become highly judgmental, and confident people rarely waste energy insulting random individuals for no reason. Emotionally secure people don't need to attack others to feel valuable. Only insecure ego depends on comparison. One of the biggest reasons toxic people insult you is because your energy exposes their emotional instability. Calm people unintentionally trigger chaotic minds. Think about it. When someone is emotionally reactive, insecure, and desperate for attention, your self-control becomes uncomfortable for them to watch. Your peace reminds them of what they lack internally. That's why toxic people often target quiet people, focused people, disciplined people, confident people, emotionally independent people. Not because you're weak, but because your emotional control silently threatens their ego. Psychologically, people compare themselves constantly, and when your behavior reflects emotional strength, insecure individuals sometimes respond with disrespect instead of self-improvement. Toxic people don't always want conflict. Sometimes they want control. And one of the easiest ways to gain emotional control over someone is through provocation. If they can make you angry, they feel powerful. If they can make you emotional, they feel important. That's why manipulative people often throw small insults, sarcastic comments, or passive-aggressive behavior into conversations. They're testing your emotional reactions. And the moment you explode emotionally, they feel validated. But emotionally intelligent people understand this trap. Not every insult deserves emotional access to your mind. Sometimes the strongest response is emotional discipline, because calmness removes the reward toxic people are searching for. Many people will never admit they envy you. So instead of expressing admiration, they express criticism. This happens more often than people realize. Someone sees your confidence, your growth, your discipline, your attention from others, your emotional peace. And instead of improving themselves, they attack you emotionally. Why? Because jealousy mixed with insecurity often transforms into resentment. That resentment becomes passive-aggressive comments, disrespect, sarcasm, or unnecessary criticism. And sadly, the more potential you have, the more this behavior appears. Not everyone claps when you grow. Some people become uncomfortable watching someone else evolve beyond them. That's why mentally strong individuals stop seeking validation from everyone around them, because they understand not every opinion comes from wisdom. Some opinions come from insecurity disguised as confidence. The moment you understand toxic psychology, your emotional freedom changes completely. You stop internalizing every insult. You stop overthinking every rude comment. You stop chasing approval from emotionally damaged people. because you finally realize their behavior reflects their inner world more than your value. Strong people don't need to disrespect strangers to feel powerful. Emotionally mature people communicate without humiliation. So when someone constantly insults others, mocks others, or spreads negativity everywhere they go, it usually reveals emotional instability inside them. And the most powerful thing you can do is protect your peace instead of fighting every battle. Not every opinion deserves emotional attention. Not every disrespect deserves a reaction. And not every toxic person deserves access to your energy. At the end of the day, toxic people insult others because of insecurity, emotional weakness, jealousy, or the need for control. But once you understand that truth, something powerful happens. You stop seeing insults as proof of your weakness and start seeing them as exposure of someone else's emotional state. That perspective changes everything. So the next time someone disrespects you for no reason, remember this. Calm people confuse toxic minds. Peaceful people threaten insecure egos. And emotionally strong people never allow someone else's darkness to control their inner peace. Protect your energy. Stay calm.